What's going on? Germs here. I'm back with another review. Today I've got a US MRE, menu number 8, meatballs and marinara sauce. So stick with me and let's get this thing opened up. All right, so we've got the US MRE, menu number 8, meatballs and marinara sauce, packed by Ameriqual Packaging out of Evansville, Indiana. So let's get this opened up and let's see what we got. Got a nice peelable seal. See if we can't do this. Oh yeah, easy. And like with most, if not all, Ameriqual, it's double packaged. So let's open it up. All right, so we've got our meatballs and marinara sauce. So it's packaged on the, looks like the 10th day of 2019. And we've got our cherry blueberry cobbler. That's going to be really, really good. And the date on this is the 353rd day of 2018. The reason why I know this is 2019 is because I bought a case, and it's right on the case. There's the ingredients list for the cherry blueberry cobbler and for the marinara sauce with meatballs. Nutrition facts. Pause if you need to. We've got our chocolate chip cookie, TFF, or trans fat free. Got some cheese spread with jalapenos. Got some Italian breadsticks, TFF, or trans fat free. We've got some carbohydrate electrolyte beverage powder, orange. Got some beef sticks. Got accessory packet C. Got our flameless ration heater, or FRH. Our hot beverage bag, and our Army spoon. And that's what you get in the USMRE menu number 8, meatballs and marinara sauce. Let's slap this down and dig in. Perfect. All right, so the first thing we need to do, we need to get this FRH going. We're going to put our main in here, get this in there. Then we're going to take our cherry blueberry cobbler and we're going to put this on the other side. Got to make sure that element's right in the middle between the two. She's a tight fit. And we're going to leave them up just a little bit so that we can get our water in there. Then we'll slide them down. It's going to be about an ounce of water or ounce and a half. See where we're at. Looks pretty good. And let's move these down to the bottom. Let's get that heating element nice and saturated. So this FRH is not working very well. It's warm, but it's definitely not, I don't think it's going to heat it very well. But we're going to put it in its sleeve, and if it doesn't get heated through, no big deal. And as you can see, this was distributed by Sopaco for Ameriqual. And let's just set it back here, let it do its thing. Let's get this accessory packet opened up. Whoop, gum went flying. So we've got our chiclets, got some Splenda, got some coffee instant type 2, spray dried, got some creamer, non-dairy dry, moist towelette, iodized salt, and our Lighthouse bung fluff. Let's make our drink to get this out of the way. So directions for use. Allow water just chemically purified to stand 30 minutes before adding to beverage powder. We don't need to worry about that. Tear pouch and notch, add 12 ounces of water or half canteen cup to the pouch. Fold over the top of the pouch, firmly holding the top of the pouch. Shake for 30 seconds. It smells pretty weird, actually. It's got a real harsh chemical smell. Very artificial. And I'm just going to make this right in a glass. Got 12 ounces of water here. Let's give that a stir. Set you back over here. Let's get our beef stick opened up. And we've got a teriyaki beef stick. Get our chocolate chip cookie opened. Looking good. And let's get our Italian breadsticks out. This will be the first time having these, actually, for me. That's what they look like. They smell really good. You can smell that Italian seasoning. Doesn't smell like there's a bunch of garlic in there. It Smells very nice, actually. While we're waiting for the main to heat up and the cobbler, might as well make some coffee. Looks good. Smells good. So we need to add 1/4 of a canteen cup or 6 ounces of hot water. Let's add our Splenda. Only going to do about half. Let's add our creamer, non-dairy dry. Going to use all that. And we'll do 1/4 of a canteen cup. It's about 1/4. Give that a stir. Set you back here. All right, so while we wait, let's check out this teriyaki beef stick. I'm going to use the knife. That's what it looks like. Smells pretty dang good. Let's give it a shot. That's pretty good. It's really tender. It's got a sweet teriyaki flavor. Not much of a smoky flavor at all. But overall, got a very good flavor in it, and I like that it's really tender. Very easy to chew. The outer casing isn't really tough. It's just kind of weird that they threw this in with this meal, though. I mean, you've got an Italian meal with a teriyaki beef stick. Doesn't really go well. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good, but just kind of an odd pairing. It is pretty salty, so I'm going to take a drink of this orange carbohydrate electrolyte drink. Yeah, that's pretty good. Didn't smell good, but the taste is really good. All right, I think this is about as good as this is going to get. It actually did get pretty dang hot. It's really hot on the bottom. I can feel the heat through the cardboard pouch. So let's get it out. So yeah, it's hotter down on the bottom, so I'm going to try to mix it all up. I think what happened was some of the element crammed down into the bottom, so the top third wasn't getting the heat from the element. So that's our cobbler. Let's mix up our meatballs with marinara. That seems hotter, but definitely only on the one side, only on the bottom. All right, so there's tear notches long ways you can tear it open, but I'm gonna open it from the top. All right, let's get it out. Smells pretty good. Well, let's get our cobbler open. I'm pretty excited for this. I have not had this yet, and it smells fabulous. It smells really good. So I want to try everything on its own first before I go mixing stuff. Yeah, you can see there's lots of meatballs there. Let's try to cut one open so you can see what they look like. That's what they look like. Let's go in for a bite. Let's get a couple of these meatballs on there. It's got a really good flavor. The sauce is not too strong. You can definitely taste that oregano in there, some thyme, probably some basil, but it's not overpowering. Very good flavor. It's, you can tell it's like I wouldn't say like a canned spaghetti and meatballs. I think it's a little better than that. Maybe like a frozen dinner, like a frozen marinara and meatball dinner. It's pretty good. I'd be very happy with this, actually. Very good flavor. The meatballs are nice and tender. The meatballs have a very good flavor. Yeah, I think it's a great meal. So let's try these Italian breadsticks on their own. Those are okay. They're all right. They're I wish I could have heated them up. There's no way I could cram them in with the other two things. There's no way I could have done that. They'd be better warm. They're just a little too sweet for me. You can taste the Italian seasonings in it, but it's just way too sweet. I don't know if they just take the regular old wheat snack bread and the same dough and just throw Italian seasoning in it, but it's too sweet for me. It's not bad. I'd eat it. No problem, but it just doesn't taste what you would think of an Italian breadstick to taste like. So let's try some of this jalapeno cheese. Again, I think I think the jalapeno cheese is a little bit weird for I should have needed that first. Dang it. It's a little bit weird for an Italian dish, I guess. Jalapeno cheese spread, but not going to really complain because I know this stuff is great. Let's try that. See if that makes it any better. That actually does make it a lot better. It kind of counteracts that sweetness of the bread, that hotness of the jalapenos with that sweet bread kind of cancels each other. So it actually made the bread a lot better, in my opinion. All right, so let's try this with the meatballs. So again, when paired with the cheese spread or the marinara sauce, both of those counteract that sweetness of that bread. So I'm very happy with combining those. On its own, the Italian breadsticks aren't the greatest, but they do pair well with the cheese spread and the meatballs. So now I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to mix it all. And I should have probably thrown this in the FRH to get it a little bit more heated up. And then I'm just going to put the rest of this right in. Maybe, if you were a soldier and if you're on the field and you happen to be able to have a little fire or something to heat your coffee, maybe you could toast the Italian breadsticks. That might make a world of difference too. So let's get a good bit of cheese and meatballs and some of that breadstick. And let's give that a shot. So that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it. The addition of that Italian breadstick with that jalapeno cheddar, I thought it was a little weird to add that cheese, that particular jalapeno cheese in, but it actually works really well. It gives a lot of depth to the meatballs with marinara with that Italian breadstick. And then you get that nice cheesiness. So the meatballs on their own were good. Italian breadstick, not the best. Combined, excellent. So let's get another perfect bite here. Some cheese, meatballs, Italian breadstick. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. That is fantastic. As I mentioned, the marinara sauce with the meatballs, the seasonings weren't super strong, but when you add the Italian breadsticks, you get the seasoning from that too. And it just really comes together nicely. And this is actually a lot of food. This would be very filling. This whole meal is a pretty big meal, actually. All right, let's try some of this cherry blueberry cobbler. Yeah, that is fantastic. I really like that. I love blueberries. I love cherry. It goes very well together. It's a cobbler, but you don't get any of the crunchy, crusty top, obviously, because it's in a pouch. But that is really, really good. It's very heavy on the cherry flavor, and the blueberries on the kind of on the back end, but it's fantastic. Let's try a little piece of this chocolate chip cookie. Can't go wrong with the chocolate chip cookie. But this is what we're going to do. We're going to crumble that up into this cobbler. Since you don't have the cobbler crusty top, we're going to make one. I don't want to put too much cookie on that. So let's see how that did. I'm sure this is going to be a lot better now. Yeah, that's going to be great. Oh man, this is going to be, I think, my favorite dessert so far. It is so good. Crumbling that cookie up in this was exactly what it needed. It gives it that nice cookie crunch, soaks up some of that cobbler, get some chocolate chips in there, give it even more flavor. Yeah, that's fantastic. And now is the perfect time to try our coffee. It's cooled off a little more than I usually like coffee, but I bet it's going to go really good with that cobbler and that cookie. Oh yeah, that is such a good combo. Yeah, that is really good. This is by far my favorite dessert, I think, so far, out of any ration. Excellent. And let's finish up this coffee. That is such a good combo. And there's something about the coffee with the sweeter desserts or coffee and donuts or whatever. It's not just the taste, it's the smell as it's going up through your nose. It all works together. All right, let's check out these chiclets. They're chiclets, peppermint, and the flavor is going to last like 30 seconds. Let's check out this moist towelette. And these are usually pretty chintzy. No smell to it whatsoever, but it'll do the trick to wash your hands. Get all that marinara sauce off of them, but pretty chintzy. And here's our bung fluff. Get plenty of bung fluff for all your bung needs. And let's finish off this drink. Well, there you have it. That is the 2019 menu number 8, meatballs with marinara. Overall, I really like this ration. I would have to put it up in the top tier, maybe lower top tier of the rations I've had. I think the dessert was the star of the show, the blueberry cherry cobbler with the chocolate chip cookie. That was the star of the show. The meatballs and marinara, good on their own, but not spectacular. Italian breadsticks, not the greatest, but when you mixed the two together with that jalapeno cheddar, which I thought was weird, as I said, it made sense once I mixed it all together. The only thing that I will say about this ration that I actually just remembered because I kind of forgot about it, because it was just like, why is it there, is that teriyaki beef stick. I get it. You might not eat it with the meal. You can throw it in a pocket and eat it later. Could be a snack later. Yeah, I get that. It's just kind of weird to put it in an Italian ration. I don't know. Overall, this is a great ration. I would definitely be trading for this. So if you're still here, I really appreciate you watching. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you like my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Make sure you click that notification bell to get notified when I post new content. So I appreciate watching, and I'll be back soon with another ration review. Later. And this is going to be from 2009. So directions for use: allow water to just come in. Whoops. If you like this video, please consider giving it a